Hey y'all, happy Monday. It's been a long day. I had to work late, but I filmed another collab video recap yesterday, made yet another mistake. So I thought it would be cool to go ahead and do our partners on camera and do a little Q&A. So we'll do the questions that I've received first, because I know there may be other people wondering the same things, and so I appreciate everybody who has reached out with any questions. I'm never above answering. So if you've never been a part of a collab here on my channel, the first thing and the biggest thing that you need to know about me is that I generally don't like a whole lot of rules. Now, with a collab, you kind of have to have some rules, but I do try to make it as fluid as possible within whatever collab we're doing. So with that in mind, there is no limit to how many embellishments you create. The idea with the embellishments going along with your altered hoop would be, the best advice I could give is, if you don't know how many embellishments to make, when you package them up, just make sure they fill your embellishment hoop. That's the intended purpose of a pocket on your hoop. So that's one way to do it. If you don't do a pocket on your hoop and you just make an entire layout or spread on your hoop, then you can just do as many embellishments as you want. You know, embellishments can be sets of 3 or 4 of any given item, and you can do however many your heart's desire. Let's see. I'm working on the email now. I'm cooking dinner and trying to do this. So when you get your email for your partner, it's always a good idea just to touch base with them to make sure that they like either spooky, scary, traditional, or pastel-a-ween or cutesy. I did have one special request for that, for which I have accommodated. So I'm assuming everyone else is okay and kind of, you know, can float either way. But it's always highly recommended, you know, when you guys introduce yourselves to each other, just say, hey, I was thinking of going traditional. Are you okay with that? Or, hey, I was thinking about doing something really spooky. Do you like spooky? You know, simple as that. For your tag flip, you do not have to put extra goodies or store-bought goodies in them. It's totally up to you. The only requirement for the tag flip was that they were no smaller than 3x4 and that there were at least 5 tags. And the reason for that is you kind of want it to be substantial. Not chunky dunk, but you know, if that's your style, you can totally go with that. You can decorate both sides. Again, it's completely the crafter's choice. And touching on goodies, I always want to preface the swaps that I host here on my channel with, not everybody has the same craft budget. Not everybody has the same goodie budget. So you guys, when you get your email, you can always reach out to one another and say, do you want to set a limit on how many store-bought goodies, or do you just want to do all handmade, or, you know, kind of work it out between yourselves, because you never want anyone to feel like goodies are a requirement. I don't like setting that on my swaps and collabs, or collab swaps, simply because that may deter someone from doing the swap. So generally in the past, everybody does a little goodie, or they do an extra project, or they've talked with each other and they decide that they're going to also do an altered mini book as their goodie instead of something store-bought, because, you know, we're getting close to the holidays and we don't want to incur a whole lot of extra money right here before Christmas. But at the same time, you want to make sure that you're giving what you would hope to receive, if that makes any sense. So I don't want anybody to get discouraged or upset because you spent $50 in goodies and your swap partner only sent a couple things from the Dollar Tree. Okay, and that can be interpreted as kind of being petty, but unfortunately it does happen, and it's just human nature. I don't want anyone's feelings to be hurt. So, if you've learned anything here on the channel, it's that I like for you guys to communicate with one another. Now, I'm a horrible communicator. This past month, 2 months, feels like I've completely dropped the ball on everything. I haven't gotten a single thing accomplished that I wanted to. I haven't been able to be regularly doing my uploads. My Stickier Side of Crafting collab was set to upload yesterday at the incorrect time. So when I saw that I wasn't getting any notifications while I was out with my mom, I didn't end up posting that until 9 o'clock after I fixed it. So, it's totally understandable that life happens, but at the same time, you do need to communicate. Like with Cynthia, we don't communicate as often as we probably should, but it's just, I can't sometimes. So everybody that's reached out with questions, I appreciate you guys so much. If I'm late in responding, you can always ask Miss Pat anything and everything. She knows my channel in and out. She knows me in and out, and she knows how I run the show here. So also Anna Sheedy, she is on board as my co-host, as everyone knows. Anna Plays with Paper, sorry. And her main job of this collab will be to make sure that each participant posts all 5 projects, and at the end, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube, she's going to make sure that everyone posts what they received. That is our tracking and accountability, and determines whether or not you will be allowed to participate next year. I do keep track of that stuff, you guys. Because again, I don't tolerate flakers. I don't want anybody to half-ass stuff here. So, with that said, I think I covered all of the questions and concerns we had. And I'll go ahead and read off who is already partnered. So myself, I am partnered with Christina in Michigan. Because she was more comfortable with that, this being her first collab, and I am totally open to that. My 2 international partners are GingerNinjaCrafts and RareRoo. My Instagram team is Lauren Cunningham and Leslie Jensen. And my co-host, Anna Plays with Paper, is partnered with Mariann, and they are our official cutesy team. Now, you guys can do cutesy if you want to, but that was my one special request person, and I am more than happy to accommodate you in that. So thank you to Anna for agreeing to play it cutesy this year. So, without further ado, this is the lovely Art Studio pottery jar or pitcher that I bought yesterday while thrifting with my mom, and we are going to do the rest of the partners while we're here on the video. So there's a chance that some of my golden girls will get partnered together, so that's another reason I wanted to do this on camera, so that no one thinks that I am being elitist at all. So we have Anna Walsh with I'm sorry, Annie Walsh. Sabrina, Crafty Mom and Son. So Annie Walsh, I want to say Anna because Anna is my girl. Annie Walsh and Sabrina, Crafty Mom and Son, you guys are partners. So I am going to fold these together, and then we will write that down. Alright, so this does mean at least 2 of my golden girls will be partnered together, which is cool. That's fine. Alright, we have Susan Tootsie Tucker. Who does Susan have? Alright, Susan Tootsie Tucker, you have, it's Chanda. So again, we are going to fold these together. Alright, Carrie Martin's Craft Emporium. Who do you have for Carrie Martin? Alright, so far so good. Christina, CraftHaulic, you have my pal, Carrie Martin. Pretty awesome. Alright, and the last two ladies, certainly not the least, Elisha's Crafty Hoplop, and I don't do sound effects very well. Natasha with Polite Creations. Alright, so again, that is Polite Creations, Elisha's Crafty Hoplop, Carrie Martin's Craft Emporium with Christina CraftHaulic, Annie Walsh with Sabrina, Crafty Mom and Son, and Susan Tootsie Tucker, and it's Chanda. I never know how to pronounce her name. Chanda. If you guys know, or Chanda, you can correct me. So I will go ahead and write those ladies down, and I'm going to go put some rice on and some broccoli on to go with the chicken I am baking. So look for your email. I'm going to do that right after I eat, and I will see you guys in the next video. Much love!